Hey guys, it's me, Kanisha. Welcome back to the Hey Sweet. Oh my gosh, I've been away and I have to explain all that. And we're gonna get into that because I missed you guys. I hope you guys missed me too. It's definitely been a long time in a way. Like it's been about, I think I'm missing on like 3 videos, so I'm gonna make it up to you guys. But so let's touch base. So I could not record mainly because I was dangerously under the weather. My last video, I was in between, and honestly, you guys, it just got worse from there. So I felt like this is not the time to be recording. And then I went into just really, the holidays started to come in, and I'm still learning how to balance this new aspect of my life, which is YouTube, and get it all together. And on top of it, as you know, as I said, the holidays, and I wasn't really into the holiday festivities as much this year as I normally am. I don't know why. I think I'm going through a lot of transitions, so that might have been weighing on me. So I'm definitely gonna talk about that. And yeah, so I hope you guys are having a great holiday. I'm gonna try to drop this video before the new year. So let's get into it. So yeah, so I was sick, and then you know, I kind of had like, what do you want to call it? Not an epiphany, but a moment in December where I was sort of thrown off by a person that I've kind of, had to distance myself from. And it was, I just did this purposely because sometimes, not sometimes, you have to know when someone is not good for you, you know? And this is not a romantic, far from that, but you need to know when someone needs to just, you need to put them on the back burner and put it out of your life, right? So again, this person reached out to me in an email, and it came off pretty cordial, but I've come to a place in my mind where I said, you know what, you see repetitive behaviors where you try to put it behind you and then behaviors continue, and at that point, when you've been going through something for so long over and over again, it comes to a point where you have to say to yourself, enough is enough, and you're not going to allow it, because oftentimes people can pry on that weakness of you where they see that you're kind of gullible and they can reel you back in and then do things over again. So you really have to pick up on that, and when it's time to end those toxic behaviors, toxic energies, you have to make that decision. And I think the contact initially kind of threw me off because, for me, it was like, leave me alone, right? And it really, when you strive, when you know yourself to be a certain way, and especially for myself, you're striving to keep the positive energies going. When someone reaches out to you and kind of tries to ruffle your feathers, you want to be as cordial as possible. And you have to know yourself, know where you're trying to go with things and your decisions and how you've made what you're making up and where you're going with it. So I had to collect myself with this conversation and remind myself of saying no, not going back into a place that or you felt broke you. You really have to come to that point sometime and just say no. wish people well and keep it moving. We have one life to live, and there's no reason to live it where you have people in your life that cannot respect your peace, or don't have um, good a good attitude set out for you. So, my message to anyone who has anyone in your life, could be your family, could be your friends, and they are constantly, in some way, messing with your energy, and you don't feel right, and the relationship doesn't feel right, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, because you can end up feeling like you're losing yourself, and you gotta know when it's time to just close the door, wish people well, and keep it moving, yeah. So that's my thought on that. And I think, just reflecting on, the year, and I know 2019 is ending, and we're what's kind of exciting for that for a lot of people is like we're entering a new decade. So it gives you a lot of time to kind of look back on the last 10 years, and see your strengths and your weaknesses, and things you did right, things that you didn't do so right. And when I look back at things, I think a very huge compartment of our lives are based on our relationships. And our relationships can make us or they can break us. So I have found that it is entirely important to have good people around you. And what that means is, no one is perfect. Okay, so I have my friends, my family, and whatnot around me. And I know that no one's perfect. We all have our days, but it's almost like choose your poison, almost, and you have good people around you. You're not always gonna get along, but choose the people who you're rooting for, but it's also rooting for you. Choose the people that you can be open with, and it's reciprocated. And no matter how much you are, you get into tiffs or whatever, you can openly express yourself and feel comfortable with it enough, and it's reciprocated. So what I'm leading towards is, it's important to have healthy relationships. Because if you're, for example, also, taking risks, calculated risks, not risks where you, you're gonna end up in some crazy situation. But, take risks and trust. If you trust God, if you trust the universe, just trust that it's always going to pan out right, and I've learned in life that things always end up working itself out. So we are so keen as humans to stress ourselves about life and things, and at the end of the day, something has to come from things, something has to work out. So whether it works out or not, the world is going to keep going, and you just got to keep picking yourself up and keep going. Another thing that has really stuck out to me is knowing what it is that you want, and having your own confidence, and stepping out and going for what it is that you're looking for, and what your purpose is. I think confidence is a really important thing. I'm still working at it. I'm really a shy person. Sometimes I feel like I'm an introvert a lot of the times. but I do know when I need to turn on my confidence and, you know, let it work for me. And um, so, you know, your confidence is something when you step into a room, you gotta own what it is about yourself, and you know, let the world know you're here, right? Um, Another thing, you know, is and I guess this kind of relates to the first topic that I was talking about when it comes to, you know, being surrounded by people, is always walking with love first. And that really, for me personally, goes hand in hand with believing in God. Not everyone believes in a God. I do. Um, so it's really, you know, praying and meditating, and again, it kind of all comes full circle, and trusting and believing, you know. I don't want to this video, sorry, to be extremely long, because I know I can talk to you guys all day. But those are some of my thoughts, you know, when I do my reflection. And you know, I just want to say to you guys to, you know, as the year comes to an end, just you know, I've done a video where I talk about reflecting, but really take some time for yourself, and just think about, you know, the ups and the downs, and extract from that, and what works for you and what's not working for you, and go forward with it, you know. And know that no 2 days are alike. It's gonna be different every day, but hold on to what it is you're striving for, you know. That those are the things that's actually going to keep you on track, um, and believe in yourself, you know. And as much as I did say, you know, you need good people around you, you do, but at the end of the day, the real reality is that we have ourselves, and you can only really truly 100% count on you. So you got to really be your best friend and cheer yourself on, because everyone's occupied with their own lives. Just the truth, you know. You can't always call everybody at 2 in the morning when you need to talk about something, right? So you have to know how to keep a good friend in yourself, trust the universe, walk out in your confidence, know that no 2 days are alike. And yeah, I think that's a lot of my reflection for you guys. Do I have anything else to add to that? Not really right now. But this video is going on very long, by the way. I love you guys so much. I wish you a prosperous, beautiful new year, and I will keep the videos going, I promise you. And yeah, happy new year, guys. And I only hope to deliver content that will help you in some way, even if it's just this much in your life. And you know, I hope my experiences can teach someone something. Bye, guys.